Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Morning Live. Thiba is a new drama series based which chronicles the social issues faced by South Africans in rural, urban and suburbia. It is based on the state of tuberculosis in the country by providing the public with information that will bring awareness of TB. The various episodes in the series will follow the different lives of people as they try to maneuver around either living with or being affected by TB. The series takes a look at people's circumstances such as poverty, unemployment, being uneducated and more. Well, to share more on this series, we are joined in studio by Abeda Williams, who is Senior Director of Medical Affairs at Johnson & Johnson's Global Public Health, as well as Tracey Martin, who is the producer for Thiba. Ladies, it's great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Abeda, we live in a country that is faced with so many social ills, especially when we take a look at what's happening currently in our health sector. There was a time where, just like HIV, there were various campaigns that we would see, but then over time that seems to have dropped. What do we attribute that to?
You know, as you said, there's a lot of diseases in our country we have to focus on, and I think there's been a lot of focus on HIV, and we need to focus on the key issues, and TB is one of those. You know, in terms of resources, I think every country has limited resources, so it's about prioritizing those resources, and we as an organization, we would focus on those key areas, and TB is one of them.
And why is it important for your organization to be involved, to raise awareness, to make sure people have the information, and just to further just put the spotlight on this disease, which we see affecting so many South Africans?
Yeah. You know, it is a global public health issue. TB in South Africa, we're one of the high burden countries, and also it's a leading cause of death. So if we don't pay attention to it, and we don't all have a responsibility in making sure there's awareness about it, I think that's not right. So as an organization, we believe we need to create awareness within our workspace, in our communities, and so that people understand what the issues are, and they can seek help.
Tracey, Thiba is all about, you know, just bringing the awareness and making South Africans more conscious about tuberculosis. As a creative yourself, I think we're constantly challenged at, you know, highlighting important issues in interesting ways, in ways that ordinary people can relate to. How difficult was it to put together a series that highlights such an important social and health issue?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stigma that comes with the disease. So I think our main focus points, you know, the symptoms, you know, the treatment, the importance of people having to follow their treatment, because if they don't, they infect others around them. They become more sick. You know, the importance of, you know, seeing how the TB affects rural areas. And yeah, just the lack of information that people don't have access to it. I mean, one of the Facebook comments that we received was a lady just saying, "Thank you so much. Finally, there's a program that's giving more information." You know, because of lack of information, I infected my 5-year-old son. You know, and you know, luckily we took our treatment, we completed the course, and it's as though we never had TB. But I think the stigma is a big issue.
Speak to us about the cost that were involved here.
So we used a lot of new talent, you know, to open up the industry. Yeah, and they were really great to work with. Very, very talented, very easy to work with. And yeah, definitely people I would work with again. You know, they really brought a nice element to the series. You know, because yeah, even the environments, you know, I think were really nice, and it was well done, I think.
All right, fantastic. Abed, let's talk about, I mean, we're already here on this platform, so many people are watching. What more can people do to make sure that they prevent TB, just in their own environment, in their work environments, in their home environments, in their social environments? What do we need to be cautious of and aware of?
I mean, Tracey made a big issue, and I just want to go back about the stigma. I think we need to respect. I think when we see a person wearing a mask, we think the worst. But you must remember, when you wear a mask and you have TB, you're protecting yourself and you're protecting the people around you. So I think that should be a respect already, to say that person is being responsible. In terms of your home, I think there's simple basic things, you know, like washing your hands regularly. When you cough, cough in your elbow so you don't spread the disease. Make sure in your household that you have ventilation, that there's cross ventilation, that you open doors and open windows. I think we sometimes want everything closed, and that's not healthy. I think if you see a person, one of your family members that has any of the symptoms of TB, cough, weight loss, night sweats, all those symptoms, be responsible, take the person to the clinic and seek treatment, and make sure that you complete the treatment, because a lot of people feel they're on treatment, I'm getting better, I can stop. That's not the point. It's to complete your treatment. And we're all at risk. I mean, there's simple things when you go into a taxi. You know, I think sometimes we're all getting cold when I close the windows. Open the windows, get fresh air. I mean, those are basic things we need to be responsible about.
All right, Tracey, and just to round it off with you, what is it that you would like for people to walk away with after seeing this series?
Just more knowledge. Knowing about the disease will make it easier for you if you're in a taxi to open the window, because we all, you know, for example, in the first episode, that was one of the scenes where everyone, the guy was coughing and everyone decides, let's close the windows. You know, I think awareness, knowing more about the disease could actually just solve the problem right there. So, yeah, if everyone can keep watching so that you learn more.
And where can people watch very quickly?
On SABC 1, every Sunday, which is tonight, at 7:30 till 8.
All right, awesome stuff. Tracey, well done. Thank you very much. Abeda, continue supporting this amazing TV series, which of course is educational and gets South Africans hopefully to a healthier place. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that was Abeda Williams and Tracey Martin talking to us about the docu-series Thiba. It is time for us to go back to the main desk where Simpiwe is standing by to take a look at some of your social media responses with regards to our question of the day.
Well, thanks, Pearl. You know, South Africa is still reeling from